just gonna share this out. Alright, we'll get started. For pile 1, we have the amethyst. For pile 2, we have the calcite elephant. For pile 3 is the rose quartz. You have to say 1, 2, 3, Germanium pit, or you say amethyst, calcite elephant, or rose quartz. Let's pile 1 the rose quartz. Or not the rose quartz, or the amethyst. Yeah. So your overall energy for pile 1 is the 7 of cups. Then your past, you have the Hierophant. By the way, the Roman cards I'm using are the crystal vision deck for the main part of it, and then the overall energy is the cosmic tarots. In case anybody was wondering. Like I said, in the past we have a Hierophant. And then the past, or sorry, the present, you have the Tower. In your course of action, you have the Knight of Swords. In your hopes and fears, you have the Two of Wands. You're dealing with something in Aries, possibly, with this dragon. Hey, real brother, how are you? Then your outcome, you have the Three of Wands. That's good to hear. Your overall energy, your overall energy for this reading is the Seven of Cups. You have two major arcanas in the reading, which is the Hierophant and the Tower. The Seven of Cups, illusions, daydream, ruin, imagination, delusion, success, test of wishes and fears, productive power, and dream. In your past, you have a Hierophant. The Hierophant represents religious traditions, ordered rules, and orthodox domain. He is a conformist and a traditionalist who upholds religious standards, ritual, and ceremonies. Wise and learned, it is his duty to uphold and pass on ancient beliefs. The Hierophant offers a blessing while a candle burns in his grave, with a symbol of universal beliefs. The triple cross staff to his left symbolizes the Trinity found in so many religious cross keys in the Hierophant symbolizes the unlocking of wisdom and higher truths. And then in your present situation, you have the Tower. And after the video's uploaded and all that, and I put in the description and everything, I will have timestamps in there. But probably, honestly, it'll probably take me a day or two. But the second one, the present situation, is the Tower. The Tower represents uphill disaster, reversal, and fortune, or striking revolution. A monumental change or shift, reversing those circumstances, false or shaky situation, in order to pave the way of new opportunities. Your perception of this drastic change determines how you adapt to the new circumstances. The card shows a tower built on a weak foundation, crumbling down around itself. The goal must fly off into the unknown and look into another place to rest. Then, in your course of action, you have the King of Swords. I'm sorry, did I just say King? I meant Knight. The Knight of Swords represents forceful action and unyielding energy. He is aggressive and can be overbearing, and he is charismatic, truthful, and intelligent. The knight rides in a winged horse through the clouds, followed by an army of ravens. His sword is drawn, and he is ready for action, although no opponent is in sight. Your hopes and fears, you have the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands represents authority, power, and perseverance. This card deals with taking matters into your own hands. The person represented in this card is a confident trailblazer, a courageous risk taker. The Two of Wands can also represent partnership or collaboration. You need to make a choice about where you invest your time and energy and enthusiasm. Then your outcome is the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is this card of exploration, adventure, visionary, endless possibilities, and foresight. This card can indicate business partnership as well as leadership. The person in this card looks out at the horizon and sees her crystal catching the light of the sun. She waits to see what rewards will come after investing her time, diligence, and passion. What does pile one need to focus on? They need to focus on Seven of Wands, Garnet. I actively hold the truth to my values. The Seven of Wands signifies a challenge. You may need to fend off a barge of upcoming demands and requests, or feel you must otherwise actively defend your position. The message is that you are crystal clear about your beliefs and intentions in communication. Communicate, sorry, them previously so you cannot be misunderstood. Then the situation will not get out of control. Be clear about your boundaries in advance so those concerned know exactly where they stand. An additional meaning is representing a cause you feel passionate about and speak up in defending it. I actively hold true to my values. You need to be more clear about your boundaries with certain people in your life. Then what does Osho Zen have to tell us for Colin? Projections. Projections. All of us can get caught up in projecting movies of our own making onto the situation and people surrounded surrounding us. It happens when we are not fully aware of our own expectations, desires, and judgments. Instead of taking responsibility for them and owning them, we try to abrupt them to others. A projection can be devilish or divine, disturbing or confronting, but it is a projection nonetheless, a cloud that prevents us from seeing reality as it is. The only way out of recognizing the game, when we find a judgment arises about another turn it around. Does what you see in others really belong to you? Is your vision clear or cloudy by what you want to see? And then your angel card that came out for you is number 48. Ask us to bring peace in the challenging situations. Peace is a powerful energy that brings a state of contentment and harmony to any situation where you send it. You can do this with your mind and then ask us to help you. Imagine if people around the world held this state of peace at all times. There would be no wars, no anger. Now that you, sorry, know that by sending peace to any difficult situation in your life, your energy can help. We, your angels, are always there to help you bring about these high level thoughts. And the romance angel card that came out for you is deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. So if you pick this pile, somebody is deceiving you, is what I'm getting. They're wearing a false mask. In the relationship. I'm also feeling they're not telling you their true feelings, or they're not telling you the truth about something. And this if this pile is not resonating with you, you can pick a different pile if you need to. You don't have to pick just one pile. The moon that you have is believe in the possible. And I hope I'm not buffering. Believe the impossible. As the saying goes, something happened only once in a blue moon. In other words, hardly ever. Drawing this card suggests you're about to get a rare change. And it's something one of could well be about to happen. This card is a very positive sign. If you felt like you're hoping for too much or asking too much of the universe, Whatever you're asking about, well, it might only happen once in a blue moon, but it can happen, however, with the rare opportunity. Hey, Shash, hey, how are you? I haven't seen her since real earlier today. Or I guess she is. Hey, Rash. That only might happen once in a blue moon. It can happen, however, with a rare opportunity for you. It's important that you believe in it. If you convince yourself that whatever you're asking about can never go in your favor, then guess what? It won't go in your favor. Be grateful for this card, which it is a reminder to believe in your dreams. I'm lucky. There's a chance it might not come back anytime soon. What happened, many only happen once. The person you're inquiring about is rare. Fine. If you if you can believe it, you can achieve it. The situation is unlikely to repeat, but I'm still feeling that somebody is deceiving you with this file. Hey kid, how are you? Then the butterfly card that came out for you is dietary change. I'm glad to hear that. Hey kid, can I ask you a question? Did you lose any hours? Dietary change. This card signals an important improvement in the quality of the food you eat and the beverages you drink. You definitely are guided to make a positive and healthy change in your diet. As you do, so you receive additional rewards of increased energy, confidence, and well-being, plus an enhanced appearance. Remember that you can receive support from this change from a licensed nutritional or group like other Overeaters Anonymous. You can also prayer and heaven. I'm sorry. You can also pray for heavenly help with motivation and dealing with cravings, detox, detoxification, vegetarianism or vegetarianism, eliminating allergies from your diet in home or your home. Change your healthcare practitioner for a second opinion. The reason why I asked you that kid is because yesterday I lost like 22 hours. Thank you, Shah, Shank, Shank. I appreciate you. And then your goddess card that came out was Nug. How you say it? Una. Sorry. Una. Easy does it. There's no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing. Thank you, kid. I appreciate you. Nurturing a cause or a relationship is a long-term commitment and one that can't be rushed, I'm sorry. This is a level of devotion coming from a place of deep loving concern. I care what happens to my planet and my loved ones so much that I'm willing to stick with them, thick and thin. This isn't always easy, but to me, it's the only way to ensure that matters that are resolved and healed. I listen to the passionate strength of my heart. I reach out and take action to let my loved ones know that I deeply care about them. I take action to spur on my pet cause. Never mind what others think. You will benefit by carrying through with your priorities. You'll feel so good about yourself if you make time for the relationships and projects that truly count in your heart. Do what is important to you and do it with absolute devotion. But remember that there is no competition for your true life purpose. So there's no need to worry, hurry, or feel that you have to force things to happen. Don't worry about your purpose or your goals. Make no sudden moves. Slow, steady progress is the best right now. Ease into your new life instead of rushing into it. Do your new work as a part-time venture to begin with while slowly exiting your old career. And that was our messages for file 1. Hey Star Trekker, how are you? How's Green Shell doing tonight? I'm glad to hear that, Star Trekker. For pile 2, we have the House Light Elephant. That's good to hear. I've been thinking about her ever since she said that little cat accident happened with her. Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that, Star Trekker. I think mine's about to die on me too. I have to get a new battery for it. Oh, that's so cool. For pile 1 for your overall energy, or pile 2 for your overall energy, you have the Lovers. It's a very strong connection between the two of you. Then in your past, you have the Sun card. In the present situation, you have the Five of Pentacles. It looks like you're struggling a little bit with your money, is what I'm feeling right at the present moment. Or maybe they're dealing with some struggles of money. And then, the course of action, you have the Temperance. You're dealing with a water sign, either Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Somebody is also going through, I'm feeling somebody's going through a transformation. I'm seeing a lot of butterflies there. Anytime I see butterflies, I feel that somebody's going through a transformation. Oh, cool. Okay, so maybe this pile doesn't resonate with you too much. Star Trekker. I mean, some of it could, but some of it couldn't. And that's okay. Whatever's not, if you pick this pile, whatever's not resonating with you, you just toss it to the side. In the hopes and fears, you have the Page of Cups. And then your outcome, you have the Eight of Wands. In this reading, you have three major arcana. It's the Lovers, the Sun, and then the Temperance. Thank you, Star Trekker. I appreciate you. The Lovers is union, love, blend of optimism, understanding of the cosmic dance, harmony, discernment, decisions, temptation, and doubts. And then in your past, you have the Sun. The Sun represents enlightenment, finding the truth, deep insight in everything that occurs encourages one to shine brightly. Confidence, high energy, self-assertiveness, personal glory, good health, vitality, and bliss are all aspects of the sun card. A woman holds her sun in a field of sunflowers. As the sun warms their backs, the child fulfills and delights her, reminding her of the wonders of joy, of childhood, and all the most important in life. In your present situation, you have the Five of Cups, or the Five of Pentacles, I'm sorry. The Five of Pentacles represents a lack of material prosperity, failure, and loss. It indicates ill health, loss of a job, and financial insecurity. This card can also indicate feeling alone, abandoned, anxious, and unwanted. And then in your course of action, you have a Temperance. The card Temperance signifies maintaining balance, practicing moderation, and combining forces. The figure portrayed on this card tempers a couplet of water and a couplet of fire. She combines the two in just the right balance. That instead of the water putting out the fire together, they create a rainbow. She sits with one foot on dry land, the material world, and one foot in the water of the subconscious. So your course of action, you need to maintain your balance of your relationship in order to make your connection stronger. And then in your hopes and fears, you have the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups signifies the beginning of a relationship, unusually. Hey Ashley Flight, how are you? The Page of Cups signifies the beginning of a relationship, usually a romantic or spiritual. It can also indicate a possible new birth. The page is a messenger, a sensitive soul, open and honest, and heartfelt communication. It's important to be open-minded and respect the new opportunities. She reminds us to be loving, intimate, gentle, and emotional. So I'm feeling that in your fears, you are you don't think you're loving and intimate enough, and you're hoping to be more romantic. Your fear is also that you don't have enough communication or honest and heartfelt communication. You're hoping to be more open-minded in your hopes, and then your outcome, I'm all right. Your outcome, you have the 801s. I'm just trying to get in these hours. The 801s involves sorry. The 801s involves quick, decisive action. Receiving a message, finishing a project, or reaching a goal. This card portrays 8 unicorns stampeding down the mountainside. They're swift, powerful, and they also head towards the valley below, allowing nothing to get in their way and break their stride. Hey, the paranormal circle, how are you? What pile 2 needs to focus on is the 4 cups, Aquarium. I listen to my heart and follow my knowing. Meaning boredom, hit plateau in a relationship or at work. Finding yourself in a situation which you are beginning to feel listless and even stuck. You may feel disillusioned and flat as the expectations you don't materialize. Once don't materialize. You may feel the need for inspiration or direction and hope for positive change rather than wait for things to improve dramatically. You can make some small decisions that lift your mood so you can see where to go next. You listen to your heart and follow your knowing. That's what you need to focus on. Some of you feel like that maybe your relationships hit a plateau. Maybe some of you are getting a little bit bored. So I'm feeling you guys need to spice it up a little bit if you want it to last. Because like I said, this lover's card, I'm feeling like a strong connection for your overall energy. So I know that you guys can have a new beginning with each other. You just need to go for that positive change in a direction. You need to make some small decisions. That's what I'm getting to. So you see where next to go. What Osho Zen has to tell you is mortality. Mortality. The queen of the clouds lurks in the minds of all of us who have been brought up with rigid ideas of good and bad, simple and virtuous, acceptable and unacceptable, moral and immoral. It's important to remember that all these judgments of the mind are just products of conditioning, and whether our judgments are appealed to ourselves or others, they keep us from experiencing the beauty of God minds that lies within. Only when you break through the cage of our conditioning and reach the truth of your own hearts can we begin to see life as it really is. The angel card that came out for pile 2 is number 5. Gather all the facts before you decide. There isn't always a right way forward. There isn't always a perfect solution to every problem. In this case, we suggest that you gather us as much information as you can before you decide which way to go. Trust in your heart that whatever you decide is the right solution at the time. If things alter later on, then you can nearly always make a change. Be at peace with your choice and know that you have your angel's blessings. The romance angel that came forward for you is codependence. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. So I'm feeling that one of you are codependent on the other, and it's affecting your romantic life. Maybe that's the decision that you need to make a choice on, like how to fix that codependency. But the moon message that came out for you is, like I've said millions of times, whatever not resonating with you, you can toss it aside and just take in what does. The moon card comes forward as a time for healing, balsamic moon. Time for healing. Come in the front of the book. Yeah. The time for healing, balsamic moon. Pulling this card suggests that the past is in the past, and a bright future is beckoning. However, before you take your next step, make sure that both you and the situation feels healed. This is not the time to paper over cracks or to simply pretend that everything is okay. Rather, you still need a little more time to heal and soothe both yourself and anyone else in need. Then remind yourself that anything is possible if you believe in it. This is also a time to surrender and wait to hear guidance from the universe. Powerful insight can be had if you know that someone or something really isn't good for you. This card is a reminder to surrender, to start work on your belief in your dreams so you're ready when it's time to come. When one is healed, all are healed. It's time to let go of the past. You're about to turn a corner. You need more time to heal. Think about how the situation would look if everyone were healed. Maybe they need to go through this. Maybe it's them that needs to go through the transformation before they can get over their codependencies. I just that just came into my head just now, and that just came to me. And the butterfly message is parental care. Oh, for a second. Parental care. that wants to be bipolar. I'm not going to be able to see the chat very well. Parental care. This card indicates that the parent-child roles have reversed, and you are now involved in caretaking of your folks. Elder care is the process of attending to your elder and medically challenged loved ones, which can mean a big life change for you. Of course, you care about their health and comfort. However, how do you have a balance your own health and comfort? You drew this card because your aging parents are weighing on you, and you're guided to ask for help and support from healthcare professionals and other relatives. It seems that you might have been assuming that no one else would lend a hand, yet garnering appropriate assistance is essential to everyone's well-being. Loving someone does not require you to be a superhero or to wreck yourself to save him or her. Love takes everyone's highest good into account, including your own. Caring for a friend or relative, deciding on living arrangement or for aging parents, healing your relationship with your parents. And then your goddess card that came out is okay, my phone just wants to be bipolar, that's all. Now I'm back in there. Athena, Guardian. Oh, sorry, wrong one. Artemis, Guardian. There we go. You and your loved ones are safe and spiritually protected. Like me, you have a scared mission to separate love and light. Yet this Yet this isn't a position that comes from tension or worry. Instead, a gentle essence, a joyful heart, and light-hearted. Laughter sets your power into motion. Why would there be any tension in your mind or system unless you believed that you were somehow unsafe? And how could you be unsafe when you called upon spiritual warriors to watch over you? Your prayers have been activated. The flawless protection of heaven. So ease your mind of all cares and concerns. Concentrate instead upon your holy mission. The angels are watching over you and your family. Your future is safe and secure. All your needs are being met and always will be. The worst is now behind you. And those were our messages for Kyle. On to pile 3, Rose Quartz. Your overall energy for pile 3 is the Prince of Cups. Your past, you have the Ten of Wands. You have a bunch of burdens on you right now, or in your past, actually. Not like right this present moment, but because this is a past card. You've had some burdens on you. You've been taking on too many things at once. Your partner is putting too many burdens on you. And like I said, whatever is not resonating, toss aside or into the trash. In your present situation, you're in your hermit mode. You're the hermit in your present. And then your course of action, you have the Ten of Cups. You want that happy wish fulfillment with whoever you're dealing with. But that's in like your course of action. So you need to take that step forward to that next step, to that next level of commitment, to have that happily ever after moment. In your hopes and fears, you have the Devil. It's a sign of Capricorn. And the Devil is in your hopes and fears. We'll read more about that in a minute. And then your outcome, you have the Chariot. You're on your journey to and getting a better start or towards that happy beginning. Like I said, the overall energy is a Prince of Cups. The Prince of Cups. Mysterious, inviting, challenging, skilled, plenty of imagination, searching, trickery, clever, cunning, and inconsiderate. Sorry. And then in your past, like I said, you have a Ten of Wands. You have a ton of burdens on you right now, or in the past. What I mean when I say right now, I mean with this card. You have a lot of burdens on you. Um, this card is feeling burdened, being overloaded, and struggling to make it. One person has taken on one taken on more than his share of work. The Ten of Wands deals with a workaholic For someone who feels they're constantly forced to do things the hard way. It's the card of resistance and fighting, an uphill battle. And then in your present situation, you have the Hermit. And I forgot to mention, you have four major arcanas in this reading. And it goes from where I'm at right now, the Hermit. Oh, no, I apologize. Ten of Cups is not in over. You have three. I lied. So you have three major arcanas in this reading. The Hermit, the Devil, and the Chariot. I don't know why I was thinking the Cups was a... Oh, but let's do the Hermit. The Hermit represents retreat from the world into solitude to search within oneself for deeper meaning. It's time to put a project on hold, get rid of the distractions, and concentrate on introspection and meditation in order to reevaluate one's goal or current path. The Hermit is portrayed sitting along on the mountainside, gazing down the world below in order to gain a greater perspective and a deeper understanding of the universe. And then in your course of action, you have the Ten of Cups. Like I said, you're hoping for that the Ten of Cups is a card of joy, peaceful, happiness, and family. It is perfect blending of love and friendship. An accumulation of the relationship begins with the Two of Cups. It is truly the card of happily ever after, and then a mother cuddling her baby close to her cheek, and the father holds them both, looking at them adoringly. They're in a scenery, settling, surrounded by cups, pure abundance, and unlimited blessings. And then you have the Devil for your hopes and fears. The Devil represents an attachment to earthly desire, temptation, being bound in hopelessness, and materialism and ignorance. This card often means you are in an you're in an unhealthy situation, which you refer to see what it is. The Devil card portrays Pan playing his flute, and the subjectress tempts you to enter the Devil's garden by offering the fruit and the pomegranate tree. Once you choose the Devil's offering, it is difficult to turn back. And that is in your hopes and fears. Why that part would be in your hopes? Because I mean it's not really it's an unhealthy card, but it's not really a negative card. It's just I don't understand like why that would be in your hopes. To hope to have a maybe you have a desire for somebody is in your hopes. But like part of the other part of the card, like being ignorant and materialism, that's more towards your fears. Like you don't want that to happen. And then in your outcome, you have the Chariot. Oh. The Chariot is a card of victory, self-confidence, success, focus, control, and authority. This card represents an achievement of one's goal through self-discipline, assertiveness, and perseverance. She has the willpower. She has the control and the willpower that she needs to attain victory. What you need to focus on for pile 3 is the Four of Pentacles, Malachite. I trust I am always safe and protected. The Four of Pentacles. The Four denotes stability in your financial and relationship. You have found a way to be settled and feel secure. If you have faced financial hardship recently, it is a card of reassurance, signifying an end of money troubles. The only issue here is looking inward, focusing only on comfort and material possessions. And at all the extreme, having a miserly attitude in this case, the message is not to cling too tightly to the money and possession, regarding financial security is a starting point rather than an ending itself. Hey, aka James, how are you? I trust I am always safe and protected. That is what you need to focus on for pile 3. I am just doing a romance pickup pile messages. I'm on pile 3. What Ocean Zen needs to tell pile 3 is exhaustion. Some of you have been feeling very exhausted lately, is what I'm getting. And it explains within your past you have been exhausted from all those burdens that you were carrying on, that people were giving you. Like you've worked you've worked yourself so hard that you're exhausted. And like I said, whatever's not resonating with you, you can just toss aside or put to the side or do whatever you want with it. Maybe that message is just not for you. It's just what came out with the piles. Or if you have to, you can just pick all three piles and then whatever parts resonate with you, just take in whatever part of pile 1, 2, or 3 resonates with you. You could do it by that way too. Exhaustion. The message of this card is not just about being a workaholic, though. It's about all the way in which we set up safe, unnatural routines for ourselves. And by doing so, keep the chaotic and suspensions away from our door. Life isn't a busy to be managed, it's a mystery to be lived. It's time to tear up the old time card and break out the factory and take a little trip into the uncharted. Your work can flow more smoothly from a relaxed state of mind. A man who lives through conscience becomes hard. A man who lives through consciousness remains soft. Why? Because a man who has some ideas about how to live naturally becomes hard. He has constantly, correct, he has cautiously to carry his character around himself. The character is like an armor, his protection, his security, his whole life is invested in this character. And he always reacts to the situation through the character, not directly. If you ask him a question, he answers is ready made. This is a sign of a hard person. He's dull, stupid, mechanical. He may be a good computer, but he is not a man. You do something, and he reacts in a well established way. His reaction is predictable. He is a robot. A real man acts spontaneously. If you ask him a question, your question gets a response, not a reaction. He opens his heart to your question, exposes himself to your question, and responds to it. And the angel message that came out for pile 3 is number 21. Your angels are helping you take care of your physical body. We know you feel better in all things when you take care of your body. We, your angels, don't need to tell you what to eat or how much to exercise because you already know what you need to do. Create a perfect work body. Take time to consider these needs and see how you can improve your bodily care just a little each and every day. Your body is important and is the career of your soul. And then the romance angel that came out for pile 3 is pay attention to your red flags. The signs are continuing. The signs are cautioning you. So you might be having some red flags. You need to pay attention to them. but you have them, and you need to. They're cautioning you, and if you're seeing them, it's time to stop them. And I'm feeling that's kind of what that might be the cause of your burdens is the red flags. And I'm getting the burdens that you had from your past made you exhausted, and there's some red flags that you need to pay attention to from the past. I don't think the Ten of Cups has to do with this romance card, or the Ten of Wands, or the exhaustion. I think this Ten of Cups is something new that you need to work on or work for. And like I said, whatever is not resonating with you, you can just toss aside or into the trash. And I'm thinking the burdens is what put you in that hermit mode for a while. And your new message is your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn. One second, let me stand up. Your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn. First and foremost, this card suggests a new start for your professional, whether it has been going on in your working life. This card heralds the start of a new and improvement work cycle. If you're unhappy in your current job, this is the time to either renegotiate your position or look for something new. Whatever your question, whether work related or otherwise, a new plan is a strategy is called for. You need to look at a long term and think about where you want to be in 12 months or even 5 years. Time. That will inform your best course of action. Now, so think seriously about it. Drawing this card suggests that it's time for you to be ambitious about whatever it is that you want to achieve. Make your proper plans and execute it well. You need to become more disciplined to reach your goal. Hard working will make your dreams a reality. A very good omen for studying or teaching. Don't be too controlling and avoid anyone who is controlling. And then your butterfly card came out is body changes. Body changes. This card guides you to focus on changes in your body so that you can influence in a healthy direction. It's time to take charge of your own health and remain optimistic. After all, the butterflies show us the power of going through physical change as they enter crystal phase. You're undergoing a similar preparation stage, which will bring you blessings and new strength and insight. Whether your body changes are a result of aging process, your medical status, or your lifestyle. This card reminds you that you have many options available. Give yourself permission to take a positive and healthy towards, action steps supportive of your physical well-being. A new exercise program, changing your healthcare regimen, improving your diet, getting a makeover. And then for goddess card that came out is Dana, High Priestess. Donna, High Priestess. You have divine knowledge that can help others through the spiritual teaching. Your wisdom extends back into the far reaches of ancient times. You brought this knowledge forward into your present incarnation to be a wave shower so that others may benefit from your experiences. Hold on a second. Ugh. Don't delay in expressing this wisdom. I will assist you in manifesting platforms for your spiritual teaching, whether it's through teaching by example or through writing or speaking. All forms of teaching are equally available, no matter how many lives you touch. Lead workshops, write books or articles. Look for opportunities to teach. Be a role model of peace. Honor your divinity. Know that you are a leader. Those were your messages for pile 3. If you'd like this message, please like, share, and if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. And I hope everybody enjoyed it. Want to try and do these more often, or like once a month. I was thinking. Um, I hope everybody has a good night, and I'll see you later.